Hi, this is Monique, and today I want to talk about Fenty Beauty. I know I did a video a couple of weeks ago about Fenty Beauty makeup when it came out, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. But some things have been happening since I bought it, and I want to talk about the primer, and I want to talk about the Pro Filt'r foundation. So basically, before Fenty Beauty, I would only use two types of makeup, and one is Iman. They don't sell it in Canada, in this part of Canada anymore. And the other is the MAC. And the MAC is super expensive, as you know probably, but it works, and it's like the industry kind of #1. So I went out and I got the primer from Fenty Beauty. Woo! And then I went out and I got the foundation. Pro Filt'r or whatever, I was trying to read it. Right away, I don't know if you can tell, but there's been some spillage. So it's a glass bottle, which at first I thought was really neat. It really looks cool. The MAC bottle is glass. There's way more foundation in this one than there is in this one, but there's one difference. When I put it in the makeup bag, it doesn't spill because it's a screw on top and you just pour it out. Well, when I put this one in the makeup bag, I literally used it 3 times and it started to seep. And as you can see now, it has started to seep everywhere. And so when I'm using it, I use a sponge, but even then it seeps through the cap and it got all over the inside of my makeup bag. And then it got on my hands, and then I washed my hands, and then it transferred off the bottle onto my white table. And then I wiped my hands with a towel, a colored towel, and washed them, and then it left like an orange stain on the towel, so I was very upset, and it just transfers everywhere. So that's the one thing that I can't stand about this. And it's not like you can squeeze the bottle to get more product out of it because it's glass, and I can't twist it off. I can't twist the cap off to just pour it out and put something over it or just put it on the shelf. So I just have not been using the foundation just because this is so much easier. I was so happy that I found this in my makeup box. I thought, oh my god, I have an extra one. And I have some pressed powder from the MAC as well, so I've been using that to do my makeup. And not this Fenty Beauty, just because it's too messy. It's too messy for me to use, which is a real shame because it is like the perfect shade of skin tone for me. It is perfect. And it cost way less than this. 2 of these cost the same as this. So I was just like, oh my god. But yeah, so I was really disappointed with the Fenty Beauty foundation just because of the packaging. Not the actual foundation itself, but the packaging is just so aggravating. Like even now, as we speak, it's still wet and it's coming out, and as you can see on the top of the bottle, just like my fingerprints. So the second thing is the primer. So the bottle is still almost full. It's about up to here. There's a little gap in there, but it's full all the way from here down. Yet I take the lid off, and that's all I can get. That little drop is all I can get of the primer. I can't get anything else out. It won't work. I've tried shaking it. I've tried keeping it inverted for a day, and it doesn't work. So I have half a bottle of primer left that I can't get into. And because it's a glass bottle, you can't squeeze it. So I think I might try to either heat it up or try to twist the top off. I tried to twist the top off already and I can't because it's so tightly capped. And I have really bad wrists. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I might just put it on the shelf or give it away to somebody just because I can't use it. Maybe if they break the bottle, they'll be able to use it. I don't know. But I was really disappointed about this too. I don't know, I just think it's because like you go to Sephora, that's where I bought it, and you know, you purchase the stuff that you want and you want to get as much use out of it as possible. Well, at least I want to get as much use out of this as possible. And I'm disappointed that I can't even use a whole half of a bottle. Anyhow, so I've gone back to using my MAC Studio Fix Fluid and the pressed powder to do my makeup, and I did my makeup with that today. It's a slow day, so I'm not totally glammed out, but yep, gone back to the tried and trusted MAC. So the verdict is I'm gonna give them a 2.5 out of 5 for the Fenty Beauty foundation. And it has nothing to do with the foundation or the primer themselves. I got so much more product out of this bottle than I did out of this one, but it's so dirty to use and it's just leaks. At first I thought maybe it was just a blip, that I just got like a defective bottle or something, but I bought 2. So no, this is the bottle, it has a problem. And the thing is, it really does suck if you have darker colored skin and you've got makeup that goes everywhere, because like you try to touch paper and the residue comes off on your onto your skin, and then it transfers to the paper, and then you got a brown fingerprint on the paper and so on. So it is not good. So I love you, Fenty Beauty, but please come up with a bottle that's made out of plastic or some sort of applicator that is not a pump. Okay guys, bye!